Welcome back to another Rose City Reptiles video. I'm Joey, this is Rose City Reptiles, and let's get started. Now, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. This is a little bit of a controversial video, okay? I know I'm gonna get some, whiplash, some negative comments on this video, probably, but I challenge everyone watching right now to hear me out on what I'm about to say and get with an open mind, just hear me out, okay? So, as you saw by the thumbnail, we are starting to raise our own chickens for the Tegus, okay? Now, the thought of someone butchering a chicken and feeding it to their animals might sound cruel, but the facts are, if you own a Tegu, you're feeding it meat, period. If you own a Tegu, you're feeding it meat. Now, the meat you buy from the grocery store, I would bet the conditions of those chickens, their life was not very enriching. I would put my money on that, okay? Yeah, I would bet that their life is not very enriching, and that they didn't really live the life that a chicken should live, okay? Do you agree? Do you not? I don't know, but let me know in the comments if you agree with that point. Now, my next point I'm gonna make. I have some meat birds. Meat birds, they were bred to grow quickly, and that's about it. If you guys know, if you've ever raised meat birds, or if you look into it, do some research, you'll see that that's true. They, as far as from my research and my own experience, because I did do this one other time, meat birds don't live long at all. Like, I mean, you can raise them up. If you bought a chick, in a few months, it would start having health problems and it would die. And that's sad, but that is what they were bred to do. They grow really quickly. They look weird while they're growing because they actually grow faster than their feathers do. They look weird. But the point I'm trying to make is, while these chickens are in my care, I want to give them the most fulfilling life that they could possibly have. I want to give them enrichment. I want to keep them outdoors. I want to keep them on grass so they can forage and they can eat bugs and they can eat grass. And you know, I want to see them doing things that chickens like to do. And that is something that means something to me. I don't think I could buy chickens and raise them up for the Tegus and just keep them in cages, kind of like a commercial setting. A lot of those chickens that are in Walmart, that's their life. You know, they literally sat in a tiny cage that was crowded, and that's it. That's all they got. Let me show you what we are working on and what we put up today and where we're gonna be raising these chickens. Right now they're in a chicken tractor. That's what it's called. It's like a mobile chicken coop. It's kept on the ground, and I move it every day to give them fresh grass. But that wasn't enough for me. They're getting big. I wasn't happy with that. I want to give them a big area. And today we got something in the mail. It's called Premier Fencing. It's this white fence right here. You can see it goes all the way around. Incredible fencing. If you guys are ever looking for something for livestock, chickens, whatever, any kind of poultry, it's an incredible fence. It took 5 minutes to put up. Literally, it can be electrified to keep predators out if you wanted to. I didn't get that. We haven't had problems with predators. If we do, then I'm going to buy that extra component and electrify it. Really, really nice product. I'm happy with it. And then I added some fencing down here. I'll just show it on camera. You can see how this fencing, it's just too big. Chickens and chicks can get out of that. So I added this all the way around this whole area. Okay, and then we have a chicken coop that hopefully, I asked my neighbor if he could help me out with his tractor and move it down here because I built it all the way over there. And so we're gonna move that under the shade of this oak tree. I think they'll really like that. And yeah, so we have 4 chickens. Not all the chickens that I am gonna put in here are for butchering for the Tegus. A lot of them are egg layers that we're raising up. We have 4 that are laying consistently right now, and we have a lot more that are, you know, that will continue to bless us with their eggs later that will not be butchered. But we do have, I think, 8 or so meat birds. I just got a few just to try this out, see how I like it. I mean, and honestly, I'm not looking forward to butchering them. That's gonna, I don't like that. It's gonna be a bad day for me, but it may be worth it. We'll see. But here's some things that made me want to try it. One, it's affordable, you know, I mean, it brings down the cost of food. Two, I know exactly what those chickens are eating. I'm literally feeding them. I mean, they're eating the grass. They're eating, oh, and I did mow some trails in here just in case the grass was too tall for the smaller chickens. You know, they've got these trails that they can walk all the way around. But yeah, let's get back to the point. I'm giving them like a better than an organic diet, as I am feeding them. I'm supplementing with organic chicken feed, but I'm giving them like a natural diet. They're eating, like, you should see them. They come out here and they just destroy every bug you see. They go to the ant hills and rip it apart and eat the ants. They love it. They love foraging. Chickens are really, really cool. And I've enjoyed having them as pets. That's what they are. They're pets to me. And they're gonna be eventually supplying nutrients to my Tegus. That's just how it's gonna go for them. That's all that they're bred for. So yeah, so just hear me out on that. I know there might be some people that are like, how could you do that as an animal lover? How could you butcher a chicken? Well, one, I haven't butchered them yet. Two, I'm giving them the best life I possibly can up until that point. And if you're feeding chicken to your Tegu or turkey or whatever, I'd like you to do some research on the living conditions of those animals before they end up in the grocery store. It's not gonna be this. They're not gonna have a fresh pasture. Even if you're buying organic chicken, you know what that means? That they're stuck in a cage and they're eating organic chicken feed. That's it. That's all that means. If you want a farm raised chicken, then one, you're gonna pay a premium price. They're very expensive. Unless you have a local connection, you're not gonna be able to find like a whole prey, a whole chicken. You know, I'm talking feathers, the guts, everything. And so that's what we plan on doing. If you're interested in seeing how that turns out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I don't know how much of the butchering that we can show on camera, or if I even want to. I may just show you the results, kind of what we're doing. If it was worth it, break down exactly how much it costs, like per pound, what the birds cost, everything. You know, I can buy the chicks locally for $1 to $2 each. You know, and it takes 8 weeks to get full size, and that's like a 10-pound bird, sometimes a little more or a little less. So 8 weeks to be full grown, 10-pound bird. So 10 pounds, $2 initial investment, and then the cost of feed. Then of course there's startup costs like getting this fence set up and, you know, the wire around the edges. Luckily that wire that I put all the way around was free. Got that from a sibling who had a project and they had too much and they gave it to me. Huge blessing. So we definitely put that to use. But yeah, so if you're interested in seeing how this little thing turns out, then let me know in the comments below and subscribe to the channel. Right now what we're gonna do is keep on working on this pen, making sure that it's secure, getting their food and water brought over, and then I'll introduce you to all the chicks. I don't know if they're chicks. What's it called from when they're not really chicks but they're not full grown chickens? I don't know, but that's what they are. They're getting large. They're probably big enough to put with the adult chickens, the adult hens. But I'll definitely watch them because, you know, pecking order is a real thing that came from chickens. They can be a little bit of bullies to each other. But yeah, follow along in this video. We're gonna be moving the chickens over here and showing you the difference between like the hens that I'm raising to lay eggs and those meat birds. They look totally different. But alrighty, thank you guys, and we'll be right back. In this video, just to explain a little bit about why we're doing this. Like I said earlier, you know, I know exactly what these chickens are eating, but more than that, I plan on, the reason why we bought this farm and that we moved out here and we did this, one, to have all the extra space and have our kids outdoors. Like, of course, those things are wonderful, but we also, like, for me, I really want to eventually be able to grow our own food and including the animals' food. So, I mean, that's such a cool thing to me. I would love to be able to produce all my Tegus food right here on the farm and not spend, you know, not go to the grocery store and buy anything, but to just be able to produce it all here, know exactly what they're eating, be in charge of all of that, make sure they're having the best life they can, enriching those animals' lives. You know, I mean, if you want animals to produce for you, you've got to invest in them. Not only money, but in time, but also just, you know, exercising their mind and giving, I mean, just talking about little chickens, you know, I mean, there's certain things that you can do, like, I mean, all the time I have the kids grab superworms and throw them out and let the chickens go crazy. And I mean, that's enriching their lives, and that's important to me. I don't own a single animal that I can't enrich its life. Like, that's what's fun to me. You know, I mean, everything else is cool. It's cool having big collections and all of that, but like, if I can't enrich that animal's life, then what's the point in having them? Like, everyone does things because of them being reinforced, you know? And so that's what reinforces me, is setting up cool areas like this. When I put the chickens in here and I see them pecking and scratching at the ground and finding bugs, that is what reinforces me personally. I love to see animals doing natural things. That's why I breed animals I can keep outside, because that's enriching, that's reinforcing to me to see them enriched. So just want to explain that. Now let's go get those chickens. And I'm in the chicken coop right now, and one thing we all know about chickens is they're really good at blessing you with their eggs. So beside from the meat birds, this is what we get. We have 4 chickens. We didn't collect them yesterday. This is how many eggs we get every 2 days. So just from 4. So that's 8 eggs. That every chicken laid an egg a day for the last 2 days. So amazing big brown eggs. And you guys know, I mean, we eat these, and also once we're producing more, you know, we'll have enough for the Tegus as well as a treat. And so it's wonderful. I appreciate what these chickens give us every single day. And yeah, so they have a bunch of nesting boxes, but they only use one. All of them use the exact same box. So, all right. Again, I'm gonna bring these eggs in, and then we'll start moving some chickens over. So in order to get these chickens and get this job done, I had to hire some really, really expensive professional chicken wranglers. I got 2 of them, because we got a lot of chickens we gotta move. You guys wanna meet them? It's Liam and Michelle. Liam wants to show you how qualified he is to catch these chickens with his speed. You ready? Set, go! And ready, set, go! So obviously I have the best chicken wranglers in town. So we're making our way over to the coop that the young chickens are kept in. And I think we're just gonna grab them one at a time and bring them to their new pen. Alrighty, let's go grab them. Okay, so over here at the chicken coop, here's the chicks, their chicken tractor. And then one reason why we need to move the chickens is because they're starting to mess with our garden. Here's the garden the kids and I threw together this year, which I actually see, I saw some. Oh, look, Liam, we got our first pepper. Look, a banana pepper right there. Y'all see that? Woohoo! That's the first thing that's growing in there. But I put those in there. I fed the tortoises some collard greens, and I stuck that in there to see if, I've heard those will take root and grow again, but we'll see. We've got all types of stuff. I put this here so these runners can grow up it. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's being produced very soon. Shell, your garden has a little pepper growing in it.
Yeah.
Come over here. Look, right there. But we don't want to touch it. We just, look, it's a little banana pepper.
Mine just grown.
Yeah. It's growing.
It was a spider web inside there.
And here's our chickens. They're always hungry. Here's our 4 girls. And let's introduce everyone to some of these babies. And of course, you know, I'm always into like genetics, and I had to go out and buy some fancy chickens. I can't even remember what kinds they were.
Hey,
I don't think, but there's some really beautiful ones. But let me open this up and we'll introduce them to you. And this here in my hand is one of the meat birds. They're the birds that are all white, and picking them up, they're at least 2 or 3 times as heavy as the other chickens, and they're a couple weeks younger. So they grow really fast. And when I put this, you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but the feathers just don't cover the body like a normal chicken. That's because their body grows so quickly. They're just a very heavy bird. This bird weighs probably 4 pounds already. And it's only, I don't even know, a month old or so. They're big. They're definitely not as agile. But if I'm gonna raise them, I'm gonna raise them right. I'm gonna raise them on grass. Okay, I got one of those really pretty, oh, he's not happy to be in my hands, but you can see just how pretty they are. Like I said, they're not as social as some of the other ones. They're way more flighty, which is probably gonna end up being a good thing, being out here, being outside and free ranging. But look how pretty they are. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love these ones. And I hear they're decent egg layers and lay really pretty eggs. I can't remember what color they were. But alrighty, let me put him back. Let me put him in his new and improved pen.
See?
And he darts away.
Now he just done.
All right, I've got one of those solid black ones. I think they're called Armani's or something like that. Really impressive adults. They look cool now, but when they're adults, just jet black. And I've even heard that their bones and their meat, all their organs, everything is black. That's crazy, that's really cool. But I'm keeping it. This is one that's gonna be an egg layer. The only meat birds we have are those white ones. Everyone else is here to stay for good. But let's take a look at everyone. Look at this. That's what it's all about. That's what's reinforcing to me. That's what I'm talking about. See how they're foraging, eating grass. I'm sure they found some bugs. Look at these guys over here. They love it. That one's like taking a little nap down there. There's lots of blackberries growing in here too. I know they're gonna love eating those. Pest control right here. This is the best, chickens are the best pest control. Very cool. And this is why I work hard with these animals. It's enriching to see them moving around and doing natural things, watching them dig around, sunbathe, spread their wings. That's super cool to me. That's a lot of fun. But I still got some more chickens to get. I think I got all the fast ones. The only ones left are the meat birds, and they're the easiest ones to catch. All right, so that was kind of scary, but we got the, where is it? In the background, right there. We got the coop moved over to the new chicken area. I moved it over here because the shade. Chickens like shade. Their coop should be in the shade. and somehow this thing survived the move without falling apart. So that's about it. We got the chickens, I got their food over here, and they're happy, you guys. They are. Let me show you one more shot of these guys foraging. Laying in the grass. Look at them in here. Got their tunnels. Very cool. So we're gonna sign out here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please, if you don't like this idea, be open-minded, but still share what you think. I'm by no means looking forward to butchering these chickens. My main priority is to provide my Tegus with the best nutrition as possible, and I think this is the way to do it, especially if you're on a budget. And so yeah, we're raising chickens for the Tegus and for us, you know, eggs, and that's for the Tegus as well. It's for everybody. But thank you guys so much for watching another Roast City Reptiles video. Be ready, we got some more videos coming out very soon. Right now we're trying to pop out 3 videos a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that's the plan right now. I'm gonna keep up doing that as much as I can for as long as possible. So if you guys enjoy it, show your support by subscribing, liking the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.